Wow. FTMO has just bought Oanda. Why is actually probably the best time to be in the prop firm space? They are literally leading the way and leading the industry. I think that there's so much opportunity with it, and I hope that, you know, FTMO do open up to the other countries like Pakistan and Vietnam, just because it just helps them solidify their brand even more. And not only does it solidify them, I just think that it's going to be really beneficial for the whole prop firm space. And that's right, FTMO, the prop firm, has bought Oanda, which is the brokerage. And in case you didn't know, Oanda is basically a brokerage that has over 100,000 active traders and did $175 million in 2024. And then to top that off, literally FTMO acquired Contlane, which is basically a proprietary trading firm where they actually give you live funds to trade with as well. So not only do they have a simulated trading environment for the FTMO where you have your standard two-step challenge, they now also have Contlane, who they acquired last year, who is actually a proprietary trading firm. So if you pass and you do the prime and you get through the membership, you can go along and trade with Contlane. And then now they have just bought Oanda. So in this video, what I'm going to do is talk about what I think is going to happen with the prop firm industry, what is also going to happen and why FTMO has bought it. We're going to read through the press releases as well, and then we're also going to talk about why it's actually probably the best time to be in the prop firm space. Now, last year we had so many ups and downs in the past couple of years, and we had over like 30 firms shut down last year. We had a lot of cheaters, and it was just a lot of negative. You know, even from me on my own experience, I was owed up to $50,000 and lost 2.5 million within 1 month. So it was quite a big hit for me, but also it was a lot of hit for other people. Since then, even though the storm has passed, a lot of new firms are rising. A lot of firms have actually stood the test of time. And not only that, FTMO just keeps making pinnacle steps, step by step by doing things like buying a proprietary trading firm, by buying a whole brokerage, and still doing $5.2 million in charity last year. And the craziest thing is, like, they're just killer. And that's why I always say, if any other I really hate these like prop firm kind of comparison pages sometimes because they're so hypocritical. That's why number one tip I want to say is, if they don't have FTMO or they don't promote FTMO, then they have their own agenda. And the reason is because I have nothing to do with FTMO. I trade with them and I'm actual trade. I've been paid out by them, and I'm making a video about them because they are literally leading the way and leading the industry. So without further ado, let's get to the video. All right, so CVC funds agree sale of Oanda to FTMO. So CVC is basically a company that helps the mergers and transactions of massive companies from one to another. So the terms of the transactions, which is subject to the customary regulatory approvals, are not disclosed, so we don't really know what is going to happen behind the scenes of what are they acquiring, what are they not acquiring. But as we know right now, FTMO is buying Oanda. Now, Oanda was founded in 1996. It's a digital platform for traders. Basically, one of the coolest things I wanted to show you straight away is the charts that I use on TradingView, etc. all say Oanda. And because Oanda has actually one of the most cleanest feeds for DAX, it's one of the cleanest feeds for a lot of the trading. And even if I go on to gold, that's also Oanda. If I go on to DAX, that's Oanda. And then if I go on to the other ones, well, NASDAQ would be the CME, but here FTSE is Oanda. So most of the feed and the pricing I use is Oanda. Right, I just want to quickly interrupt. I hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. Don't forget to just hit that subscribe button right now. It does really help this channel. I'm trying to hit 100k. And also, if you do want to learn from me, we're going to be releasing our wait list. We only release 50 spots every single time, which is going to be released at the end of this month. So make sure you apply down below if you want to learn from me, get a payout certificate, and learn how to become a funded trader at FTMO or any other prop firm that is around. And let's get back to the video. So what I can probably like and hopefully like to see is that if they do integrate this new LP, the liquidity providing, it probably will be Oanda. So I probably assume they will have some sort of integration with trading on TradingView, maybe like a trade locker or their own version. Not only that as well, their price will be now potentially updated to Oanda, or they'll have some sort of merger. But it doesn't really say what type of merger or acquisition it is. It just says they have obviously agreed a sale, which is insane because if they turned over last year for maybe 175 million, I can only assume they're probably buying them for maybe 400 million plus buyout. So it's really interesting to see. Now, the headquarters is in Czech Republic, which is FTMO, the global provider of educational and training services as well. They've got assets like hotels, real estate. They've obviously got the prop firm, which is the part of the FTMO series. And FTMO plans to maintain Oanda Group as a standalone business after completing the transaction. So Oanda will be separate. It will still continue to do what it's doing. But the question is it just going to be part of it? Are they taking on, like it says here, they're going to take on their risk management team, keep their track record? It'd be very interesting to see how this is going to work for FTMO. Now, one of the big highlights I really want to mention to you guys is brokers are probably the ones that are supposed to buy the prop firms, right? Like, brokers have been around for so long, and not only have they been around for so long, it's like the brokers are the ones who opened the broker-backed prop firms. But now we've got a prop firm buying a brokerage. But they're not the only one. There are actually a lot of other firms who bought a small brokerage and then used the services for things like MT5, the LP, the backend, to help with the tech. But something as large as this, Oanda, one of the hugest companies in the broker space, has been bought by the biggest prop firm, is to show us, like, wow, we're probably still quite early in the prop firm space. And not only are we early in the prop firm space, like, when it comes to like the brokerages, the choices of platforms, there's just so many choices, right? So FTMO are leading the way. They're going to be, renowned, number one of the ones that are safe and trusted. But in terms of innovation, the smaller companies always have to fight for that. And not only are they fighting for that, it's also paving the way for them. Because another big thing that we have to understand with FTMO is their max allocation is 400k, which is what I have. And if you want to get more and you want to scale, you can't really do more with them unless you do the prime, which takes time, which is great. However, you can get more funding with other companies like CK Capital, Funded Next, Crypto Fund Trader, I think, like, just loads of different ones, right? And that's why the opportunity is going to be like all of these other companies that I've just mentioned, watching CK Capital grow in the past 7 months, watching, Funded Next stay on number 2 and even overtake FTMO in terms of website traffic. Crypto Fund Trader also did about 175,000 in 1 week in payouts. So, it's very interesting to see the prop firm space become so positive again, and it's really nice and it feels good because now I'm trading and I'm doing all of my challenges as well. So CVC is a private markets manager, which is the one that's facilitated this buy, and this is on the actual FTMO website. So it's not something that is hearsay, it's not speculation, this is actually being announced. Here is Oanda's actual website as well. So on oanda.com, if you click on the group, the media, the press, then it goes on to say CVC funds agrees sale of Oanda to FTMO. So it says CVC's ownership of Oanda has transformed the new management team. Then it goes on to the same thing about the Czech Republic of owning of FTMO for the global training services, very similar to what has been released on the FTMO, if not like for like. And then they talk about CVC as an overall as well. So I find it very interesting. FTMO just really renowned themselves. They've got the demo, the monetize, the pro trading. They've also got their prime. They've got their scale up. They've also got Oanda. So it'll be very interesting to see what's going to happen in the space. So what do you guys think is going to happen? I generally think that, the prop firm space is still in its infancy. I think that there's so much opportunity with it, and I hope that, FTMO do open up to the other countries like Pakistan and Vietnam, just because it just helps them solidify their brand even more. And not only does it solidify them, I just think that it's going to be really beneficial for the whole prop firm space, and more traders can trade with them and they get a better even bigger reputation, and it just pushes the whole industry as a whole. Because if FTMO are doing this, it just really pushes the whole industry, makes it the best time to trade now again, and it just makes me want to stay with my max allocation and become a better trader, become more consistent with FTMO and trade with them for the rest of my career. I think that's one of the best things I love about FTMO, and that CK Capital adopted as well, is basically that, if you don't like us, don't trade with us, we'll refund you, jog on. And not only that, they have rules which are really realistic. They have probably one of the best platforms to trade with. It's nice to see them do, because I'm trading with 5%ers and they only have 100k that you can buy, and they put pretty much everyone on a risk review, whereas FTMO is pretty much fine. You can trade however you want to trade, whereas a company like 5%ers want to push you into a certain direction, which is not negative essentially fully, but I just don't really like it fully, and that's just a personal opinion. But FTMO, well done on the acquisition of Oanda. I find that very interesting. And guys, if you want to use the link in the description below to go and get your prop firm challenge, we've got 15% off of all the other challenges, up to 30%. Even funded next is 120% refund. And I think I finally have an FTMO link. I don't get discount, but there is a link if you do want to use it. So thanks for watching, guys. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. I look forward to you guys telling me what you think about it, and I'll see you in the next video. Champ out. Peace.